Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel again. We're here to teach you how to fix collar on a shirt or a dress, whichever one. So first and foremost, what I usually do, there are two ways to make your collar. It's either you measure the neck of your outfit or you measure your pattern. Like I'm a pattern maker, so I'd already measured my neck. You measure it this way. So I already measured mine. I got 518 in front. You write it down. Then at the back, I got 358. So now we're going to draft the pattern for the neck. But don't worry, if you didn't measure your pattern, all you can do is just get your fabric, your outfit. So another way to do this again is by measuring your fabric. You measure, definitely when you measure from here, because here I already added 1 inch for button allowance. So we're going to measure the neck up to the shoulder, and then you measure from the button to the shoulder, and then from here to the shoulder, you know, for the back, you know, this is opened up, so it's going to be half. We're going to use, when you get everything, you divide it by 2. So now let's go. So for my front, I have 518. We're going to come up like let's say 3 inches here, because we'll have to draft the outer collar there. So now let's get drafting. We're going to start with the back. The back is 358. This is 358. The front is 518. So then the length of the down collar is going to be 1/4. So you just connect this one. So before we connect the front, we are going to use this. We're going to square out. You measure 1/2 inch up. And square that out. And then you blend. And you see that you square out. So now that you've done that, you're going to blend these two. Measure your 1/4. And then blend this here. Yeah, so this is good. So now here we have it for our collar. So we're going to extend the collar by 1 inch for button allowance that we've added on the dress or the shirt. So we are extending this hand. It should be a single line. Then you extend this one as well. So from here now we're going to measure 1/2 inch in, and then take it from here. Measure 2.5 for the outer collar. Then you connect this. So now we're going to measure 1/3. Match this up a little bit, and then we'll blend it to this one. Yeah, so this is what we have. This is the shoulder between them. This is the shoulder. So now we're going to trace. You choose whichever one you want to trace, but first let's shape this 1 inch. I like to use either here or here, but for this one I'm going to be using the smaller one. So now you have this shape. So now we're going to trace whichever one. You can trace this collar or you trace the down one, the stand. This is the collar stand and this is the collar. So we're going to trace whichever one on another place. So right now let's choose the down, let's choose the collar stand. So we're going to trace the collar stand somewhere else. So here is unfold. So now I'm going to just trace this out. Always make sure you mark the shoulder. So now we have it here. So we're going to cut the exact and then cut the exact for this one and cut it on fold on our collar stay. So this is what we have for the collar. This is the collar stand and this is the collar, the second collar. So this is, you're going to mark it in a way that when you're cutting it, you're going to notch those parts. So this part is coming on the collar stand. If you remember, this is where this was what we did. It came from here. So that means this is going to the collar stand and then this is going to the collar neck. That's why we notched here as the shoulder so that it's going to blend. So now let's go cut our collar stay and our fabric. So now for collar, we're supposed to cut exact collar stay. So we're going to so this is the fabric. Now we're going to place it here, unfold again. We're cutting 2 of this. We are putting 1/2 inch round. So now we are done cutting the 2. So what we're going to do, remember I said we're going to notch the shoulder. So we'll notch center back and then we'll also notch the shoulder. So this is where it's going on the collar. Then we're also, you see this way, I said this is where it's coming. This is coming this way. So now we're going to notch the center back for that one and notch the center back for this one. So now we're going to, so that we would know that this center back is coming on this center back. So we'll know this is coming to this. Then why we will know here again is because here there's going to be a shoulder notch which is going on the neck. So now let's remove the pins and go and iron our collar stay. So now this is the wrong side. So this, if you look at this collar stay very well, there's a shiny part and there's a normal cotton part. So it's the shiny part. We are placing the shiny part on the fabric. Mind you, we are putting collar stay on only one piece from those 2 that we have cut. So you're going to place it in a way where you have your 1/2 inch round the collar. So now you're going to iron. No steam. You're not going to use steam. If you use steam, it would not stay. So we're just going to iron this on there. So right now we're back from ironing. So we're going to go sew this part first. We're sewing, remember I said let's notch. So for us to know what exactly where we're supposed to sew first, you see this is where the notch is. That means this is the part that is going on the mandarin collar, on this lower part. So now we're going to go, it means that we're going to go sew all here, just very close to the collar stay. So we're going to sew all here like this, 1/2 inch all the way. We're not sewing here, leave this part, just like this and like this. So can you see this now? We've gone to sew, you see, very close, very close. So right now we're going to turn it inside out. So before you turn it inside out, you see, we're going to chop off this place, cut off this place before you turn it. So now we've turned it inside out. This is what it looks like. So we'll go iron. You iron it, and then you can decide to still sew 1/8 round these sides, but that's optional. If you iron it, it will stay down. So this is it ironed down now. It's been ironed. So now we want to sew 1/8 round these sides that we've sewn. So now we are back from sewing. You can see very close. This process is actually very optional. Then we're going to chop this off just the way we've done this one already to make it equal. So we're going to go attach this one now to the mandarin base. Okay, so now we're back with this one. So what we're going to do now, this is where the white, this is the collar stay here. So this one is going to be at the same, remember this place that has this notch for the shoulder is the one going on the shirt dress or on the shirt. So that means this is what is coming to this one. So since the collar stay, the two of them have to be together. So the collar stay is here for this one, so this is going to be on top of this one. So we're just going to do this, putting the middles together. Can you see that? So this is the center on the center, the center to the center, and then after doing this, we're going to turn this one around now, and then place this on top. Making sure that the centers are together. Can you see that? So we're going to make the centers together, and then we're going to pin this. We're going to pin this round like that, leaving this side. Don't pin here. We're just pinning this, putting them together round. Sewing. Oh, here. You're not sewing here. This is going on the shirt dress, but this you can see the notch. So this is going to sew round the collar stay. So we are back. So now we're going to turn it. So after turning now, we'll go iron it. We'll iron it to relax, and then we'll go sew this same thing we've sewn here. We'll go sew it again, but don't sew, just sew from half inch up. Do not touch up to this point. From half inch up, we'll go sew 1/8 again. So we are back now. We've sewn. You can see I left a bit, so we're going to sew all here round. So now it's time for us to attach it to the dress. But first of all, you check where this is. This is where the hard stay is. This is the collar stay. So that means this is going to the back, because the collar stay for this one is also here. You know, I said you should put them together. This here, then this other one too is here. So that means this is the one this is the outer collar. So we're going to fold it like this, and then we'll go iron it. Go iron it. Remember, I said you don't use steam for collar stay, so please do not use steam. So let's go iron. Then we bring our dress to attach it to the dress. So we are done ironing. This is our collar now. You see the way it's standing even without putting it on the shirt. So now let's get the shirt. We're going to look for the center of this, and then we're also going to get center for the back of the dress. So there you go. This is the belt, this is the dress. I've notched the middle of the dress, putting shoulder to shoulder, and then I got the middle. So now this is the middle of the collar. This is how it's going to be. It's going to be like this, with this back resting, this one resting on this. So the first thing we're doing now is we're going to sew the back. So we're going to place it like this. You see? Let me show you again. This is the collar. This is the ironed collar. So now you're going to open this up and then just lie it down. Open this up and pick only the one without the collar stay. So you're going to pick this, pin center to center. Can you see it? The fabrics are the same thing, so you can't really see it. So we're going to pick center to center to this one, and then remember we notched the shoulder on the pattern, so the shoulder is going to be on this shoulder on the dress. Then the same thing with this one. This shoulder is going to be on this shoulder on this side, and then you pin the rest round. You see that we're done pinning. You can see I pinned from the edge to the edge. You see, so we're going to go, so you're going to open it up like this. Remove the seam allowance on the way, and then you go sew from here, half inch from one end, half inch all the way, half inch to the other end, half inch. You're going to come, like I said, you're going to take off the seam allowance, and then you're going to stop half inch. You're going to stop at the very edge. You're sewing half inch all the way around, and so that we can bring the shirt up. So we're back from sewing. You can see we sewed half all the way. So on this end, we're going to push this seam. You can see it was out before, so we're just going to push it in so we can have a relaxed stuff. We just push this in. Can you see? So after pushing this in, if you feel that it's a bit bulky, you can come and just trim off a little bit. Just trim off a little bit so that you can take it in, and then we'll start to fold it. When you take it in, you lie your fabric, your dress down. So this is what we are having. So you take it in and then you fold. Remember, you know there's this collar stay in there, so you're just going to fold. As you're folding, you're pinning down, but don't forget to take off. Let's take off a little bit from here. You're not going all the way in. You can see I've taken off just a little bit, just like maybe the zip, the button allowance area, just take off a little to remain like quarter. So we're going to lie this down like this, and then tuck this back in. Can you see? So you pin this down. Can you see what I'm doing? When you bend this down, you pin it, you go like that. Then remember, we have notched shoulder again, so you make sure where you are pinning this to is along the shoulder area. So we're going to bend this down. So we're going to be pinning this from here all the way to the other end. So can you see this now? We've pinned it. This is what it looks like. We've pinned it all the way. Can you see? So now we're going to turn the dress. So now we're going to go sew on top of this place. Can you see? We're going to go sew here, just very close like that. We're just going to go sew there, so that when we sew it, it is going to hold it at the back neatly. We are back from sewing. So this is what the back looks like after we sewed it from here. Then we sewed a little bit on top. Can you see? Just very close, very close. So this is what the back looks like. This is the inside of the dress. Yeah, so that's all for our collar. Remember I said sewing this all the sides 1/8 inch is optional. So this is another one without you sewing that down. And then I also sewed this place, the inner, I sewed the inner dress first, and then I pinned the back. I pinned the back the way we pinned this one, and then sewed here. If you look at it, you can't see the stitch. I sewed in the ditch. It's called the ditch. I sewed right under my stitch. So that is what is giving us this effect right now. So this is by preference. Whichever one you think would be nicer for you. That means you sew this. For this one, you sew the one that has the collar stay on the dress first, and then you pin the other one without any collar stay. Then you pin it down and then sew in the ditch of this one. So the two processes are still fine. Your collar is still going to come out nice, whichever one you decide to use. So thanks for watching. So please, if you're new to this channel, subscribe to our channel, share with your friends, and then please click on the notification bell so that you'll be notified whenever we have new videos. Trust me, we're going to be putting really lovely DIYs